This is Pastor Ced, the entrepreneurial pastor, the founder of the Santa community. Those of you that are watching that are part of Santa, God bless you and thank you for joining us tonight. And if you're watching the replay, that's cool as well. You never know what's going to happen. We're going to live tonight for the first time. Christina and I have done this a few times. Christina Clements and I have done this a few times, and we've been okay coming out with the information for a full 30 minutes without a lot of pauses and that kind of thing. But tonight I've been having a little bit of technical challenges, of course. Trying to do this thing for the first time live by myself, so that we're going to go for it anyhow. But we're going to talk about innovative leadership. This will be a chance to identify a portion of our mission as a Santa community. We exist to empower and support singles to innovative leadership for the purpose of transforming their communities. And that's what our community is all about. And the innovative part is how we really go about it, because the empowerment and the support part is something that we as a leadership team do, but also everybody else. We all do that together. So we empower and support quite a bit that way. But the modeling of the innovative leadership is what I'm trying to do, at least. And being innovative is a little bit different than just leading. What I say that innovative leadership happens to be is really just taking an existing idea and really just tweaking it a little bit, making it a little bit different, makes it innovative. Now, when you're doing innovative ideas, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. But the goal is to see to it that they are different and they get a better result than you would get normally doing something. So even tonight, what I'll do, I'm going to go over several of the different innovative ideas that we've come up with in reference to the community that we serve in. Now, some will be innovative, some won't be as innovative, but I'll show you all 10 of the different types of ministries we have in the Santa community. We eventually will have 12 and probably more than that will be branched off from the 12. And then, of course, we'll have individuals that have their ministries outside of Santa, too, because we look to do some training with folks that want to do their own ministry in businesses or books or audios or hangouts, whatever you want to do. We want to help you get that to be done. And we're perfecting things as we go along. We're getting better at what we do every day. It's not a matter of just me coming on and doing this thing and saying it's perfect today, because it's not. We've got a long way to go. There are many different components of this system that I'm not fully aware of just yet, but we're gonna get to that point at some point. We have several features that are here that we are not totally familiar with just yet, but we're gonna learn what they are. We'll find out what they are eventually, and we'll get to that place where we can begin to put them on the screen, and you'll be able to see my name. You'll be able to see all different kinds of stuff going on. So right now we haven't got that yet, so we'll get there one day soon. So let me start with the first thing that we had. First ministry we actually started, and I call it a ministry because it is the administration component of our the Santa community. Now, what makes it a little bit innovative is that we have Erica's involved with that, and Erica began to really communicate. I asked her, first of all, just communicate with the people that come into the group and let them know, here we are, what we're about, and then just welcome the folks, just welcome them. That's just a nice thing to be able to do. A lot of groups that are existing today on the Facebook community are primarily groups that people just join for whatever purposes. And there's some that have multiplied thousands of people. We only have about 1,300 right now. And so we're just a small group right now, just really getting our wings and understanding what we're doing. So her role really is administration, overseeing the posts that are taking place during the course of the day. And she has people that work with her as well. So you have a chance to see some of Erica's work. She even involved herself in the community, like I am, anybody else. She's involved in the community. She makes her own posts. She has her own ministry that she does as well. But for the most part, hers is administrator, basically helping me to look at different areas of the community without me having to be present all the time. Because it's not one person can run this by themselves. It'd be impossible for me to try to run this by myself. So we first of all got Erica to be involved with us, and that was our first person besides David and Christine, of course, that got involved. But we began to say, okay, now what do we need next? Prayer support. Now we're already praying ourselves, of course, we're doing that. But getting somebody to pray for the men and for the women was really important. So we reached out to Mary Smith. Mary is the prayer leader for the women, and she has a team of people that pray for our community. And that's a big part of what we do. And so that's a ministry in and of itself. Now they put prayer requests on the wall. They pray for people privately. They pray they get folks in inboxes. They talk to them on the phone. They meet people in person. So there's a lot that goes on. And for our men, we've got Jeffrey, who has a team as well. Jeffrey Moore has a team of people team of men that he prays with. And these men they're going in for the men. And by the way, men and women praying for men and women. That's one thing. But they cross over. They work together. If they see a need that's just something that we need to work on as a community, they will team up together and begin to pray. So it's not just a separation here where we just have men praying and women praying for women. But there's a certain time of teaming up. But we want to really undergird our men, undergird our women by having people that are of the same sex to be able to communicate and identify with what some of their needs happen to be. Because they happen to be a woman, they understand some of the things that women go through, and because of the guy Jeffrey happens to be a man, he understands some of the things that men have to go through. So there's a opportunity there for him to be able to do what he does effectively. So that's some of the innovation that you'll see, and you'll see some of that happening again. Matter of fact, you'll see that happening every day, because I start out every day, Monday through Friday, not every day, but Monday through Friday, I start at 7 o'clock in the morning with a 15-minute power prayer time. And it's our Santa family prayer time. We get together and just pray for 15 minutes and talking about praying for 15 minutes, not just talking. We have a scriptural reference that we go into, like a short devotional, and then we go right into prayer. And I and Shamila will do that. Shamila is my break person. She does that on Wednesdays. That's Shamila. And I'll talk about her in just a minute, her ministry as she does. But this is something, prayer is a big foundation. The foundation, of course, is love. But beyond that, we go to prayer, and we really assist people that are part of our community in a big way through the prayer that we give out. And if you see me pausing or stopping once in a while, something going on with my internet connection here, so we'll see how it works out and see how it comes out at the very end. But hopefully you can hear me okay, and that's going to be the big thing. Now we move from the prayer to what happens during the course of the week. During the course of the week, we have our Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Friday, and Saturday, and then Sunday we're pretty much on our own. We don't do much on Sunday right now. But on Monday we have what's called Marketed Monday. Now, Kara Taylor runs our Marketed Monday, and what she does is really, they start off with a prayer right there. They have every ministry has their own prayer team, by the way, too. So Marketed Monday starts off with praying, and then they move into a theme for the day. And they talk about vision and mission, and they talk about marketing or whatever they want to, or ministry, and how to reach out, and all different kinds of things. And then we have some of the people that are part of our community that will come and post regarding those areas. But they also will post about their business, their ministry, their book, their CD, whatever movie that they're putting out or event that they're putting out. They post about that information as well. And then there's dialogue between the folks that are there. Now, what you'll be seeing probably in the future is that some of these people, every team is, I encourage every team to build like I'm building, build 12 people if you can. 12 people on every team. That's the innovative part, because if we got 12, I've got 12 and they've got 12, that's 144 plus my 12. So that's a great team of people working together. So it's not all on one person, all on a few people, but several people taking the load. And that makes it for a more effective ministry as well. So Kara does is really give people a platform to promote their businesses. And she does training with webinars. She does training on audio. And they'll eventually be doing some outside training as well, and offering some monetization opportunities that you'll be able to take advantage of at the same time if you choose to be involved. And so some of you that happen to be in business and or ministry, want to find out more about branding or getting your name more recognized, you'll find out about that kind of thing through our Marketed Monday. And that'll be some of the things that we'll be providing. We'll be giving opportunity for people to find out about how they can begin to become a public speaker, how to be someone that's going to be involved in establishing ministries or churches and different things of that nature. And those are opportunities that we'll make available to people down the road. Now, people have to understand we're not a church. I happen to be a pastor of a church, but my aim is really to just assist those that have to be single to be involved in ministry the way they desire to do it, and not be afraid of it, but just take advantage of the singleness that they have and really find themselves moving forward the way God would have them move forward, not waiting on a mate, but really identifying that I'm called of God. I'm going to do what God told me to do. Now, if a mate happens to show up, certainly we want to assist them in helping them get that mate to be on the same page with them as well. Then Tuesday comes around, right? Tuesday comes around, we have what's called our Love and Relationship Group. It's the Santa Love and Relationship Group. And this, just like it sounds, we have love and relationship topics that are talked about there. And on Tuesdays, everybody has a chance to, anybody that's a member, it's a private group, by the way. Anybody can join. It's a member of Santa. You have to be a member of Santa, the Santa community. And those that are watching, they're not members of Santa, you can go to Facebook and look up Single and Not Ashamed, and you'll be able to find the Santa community. You'll see a photograph on the front there of some of these people with their hands lifted up high and that kind of thing. But the Single and Not Ashamed group is about 1,300 members today. And what we're doing, again, with the Love and Relationship Group is people that come through our Santa community, they find out about our rules, regulations, that kind of thing. Then they come to the community where we happen to have questions that are really about love and relationships that are probably something that probably wouldn't be people would want to put on a public wall, the public wall of Facebook. So we don't want your family members to find out about your personal business, so we keep it private. And so in that private community is opportunity for you to ask questions and also participate in dialogue with topic matters. During the course of the days, every day, there's a team of people in the Santa Love Relationship community that happen to be part of the administration team there. They have their own administration team as well. They have a chance to post topic matters that people can respond to. Now, you can actually post yourself today. Only on Tuesday you can post, but anything you want. But then coming on the days like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and everything else, you have a chance to participate with one of the leaders there that will post something very, very specific, and it may be 2 or 3 different things and topics. So you have a chance to participate with that. And so that's available to those that are looking for answers to relationship situations. We have a lot of people that have been divorced, some that are widowed like myself, and those that have never been married before at all. And then those with children, those without children, those with adult children, those taking care of grandparents and taking care of parents, those taking care of nephews and nieces and friends' kids and all different kinds of things, foster children, you name it. We've got all kinds of single folks, and we really want to address how we can assist them the best way we can. So this is why the Love and Relationship Group does exist, because as human beings, we do want to connect with other people, of course. Men want to connect with women, of course, and we have a relationship group for that reason. But our primary effort is really education, including helping people understand their mission that they have. That's in the Santa community. And eventually, even in the Love and Relationship Group, you'll find that Demetrius, who happens to lead that group, he'll talk to you about going back to your first love and loving God. Okay, that's your first relationship. So he'll talk to you about that, and some of the other leaders do the same thing. Because again, we know that there has to be a strong balance for anything to happen effectively in your life and in your ministry, and especially with the relationship that you have with your spouse, a future spouse that you have, or if you're dating or courting, you've got to have a strong relationship with God first and foremost. So that's happening on Tuesday. Now, Wednesday, we didn't have anything on Wednesday. So now I just said, you know what? I'll start an innovative leadership training on Wednesday. I will be on this particular broadcast. I will come on and do training like I'm doing right now, just kind of give you an overview of what we're about. And then once in a while, I'll take certain topic matters and just give you some pointers, even some of the Santa clues. Some of you know that those Santa clues are, and those of you that are watching, they don't know what those are. Santa, single, not ashamed. Clues indicating that I put out something that's a clue that people can really begin to pick up, such as, we want to enjoy our life today because tomorrow is not promised, and that kind of thing. And so we enjoy our life today because tomorrow is not promised. You figure out the clue there. The clue is do something now. That's the clue. So you have a chance to figure out clues, and then I'll put out in. And those are really the times of my prayer time and observation that I have with the people that are in the community. I have a chance at that point to just really hear God, and then I type them out and put them on. And as a matter of fact, I use some of those Santa clues in a book I've just written recently called The Innovative Leadership. So you'll be able to pick that up on Amazon. That's a shameless plug, by the way. Okay, but the idea behind the Santa clues is to really kind of teach. I'm doing some teaching in small sound bites, if you will. So I'll put down 3 or 4. Sometimes I'll put down 15 or 20 of them, and it's doing a teaching is what it's doing. And they're kind of somewhat related for the most part. Then we kind of go off in different topic matters on occasion as well. But the idea again is to get people to begin to learn, and they pick up these clues. They begin to learn about themselves. They learn about ministry. They learn about things that I've experienced in marriage. I was married for 28 years, so I'm able to drop clues in reference to how I was able to stay married that long. And without having, my wife passed away, so I was able to finish my course. And so I'm passing along the success that I had in marriage. Now, it wasn't all up all the time. It was sometimes down, sometimes up, but I'm able to pass along some of the good, the bad, and the ugly. So people have a chance to understand that it can be done. Marriage can work effectively. So we talk about that. That's on Wednesdays. We got that happening. I got my own little thing going on now. So I'm in the middle of the week, and you have a chance to see this on live, and then you get the archive of it as well on YouTube, or you can come back to the same page on Google Plus. You'll see it here, and then we'll have another spot you'll be able to see it too, where I think it's called leadership.greatmobilebiz.mobi. As a matter of fact, it's live right there right now. The same broadcast you're watching right now, if you went over to leadership.greatmobilebiz.mobi, you'd see it there as well. So that does exist right now. And then on Thursday we have Touch the Hem. Touch the Hem with Shamila. I talked about Shamila earlier. Shamila comes on and prays on Wednesdays for us because middle of the week, I just take a small break. Although I'm there, she will pray, and I give a chance for her to pray. I'll bring in other people once in a while as well. But on Wednesday, Touch the Hem, these are ladies that get on the phone and they have a ministry time of women that are listening for what God is saying. It's like a women's word study, I imagine. And I've never been to one, but I know that I've heard one that they did initially when they first got started. And I didn't wish I was a woman, but I was really blessed by what they said. They had some great stuff to say. And I knew there was going to be a time when they would come and say, we need to start a women's ministry. And this is a Touch the Hem with Shamila. And we've got Renee and also there's Tanika that run that ministry. And they also have a private group, or actually a closed group, where the women have a chance to be ministered to more personally in a closed group setting. So they take the phone and also utilize the closed group on Facebook. So you can see where the innovation is coming in on some of the things that we're doing. We've got all these multiple ministries. The innovation of the Santa community is that we're taking one platform and multiplying that one platform into multiple platforms because there are multiple groups that we have that have their own groups. They have their own groups and they're still part of the main group called Santa. And how does that happen? We don't totally know. God, we don't have to understand God's involved in making it happen. So that's Thursday. Then Friday we had this unusual thing called Santa. It's called Santa Friday Funnies. And all kind of funny stuff happens on that day. And that's kind of an unusual thing that goes on. And I did skip some things I'm going to go back to in a minute. I went to Monday to Tuesday. I skipped Tuesday and went to Wednesday. So Tuesday, we have Santa Voices. Santa Voices! Santa Voices is Christine Gates. Christine is now one of the most energetic people that we have in our group, but also one of the most consistent. She's very consistent and really, if you're in the Santa community, you'll see always the Santa Voices advertisement about what's happening for what's upcoming guests that are coming on. Christine is doing radio right now, has tremendous guests from all different kinds of backgrounds. Some are single, some are not, but they all come with a viable message that is viable for singles, men and women, and even sometimes for families. But it's a real blessing to have what we do happen on Tuesday. So Monday again is market. Monday, Tuesdays, we have the Santa Voices. Wednesday, I come on and do what I do, and then we have, of course, the prayer that's happening every day. That's happening, and then the Santa Yah. That's and I think they do some on Thursdays, but I know they do something every day. They have a post happening in their own group. This is a group of young people between 18. I'm young too, by the way. I'm young, but 18 to 30-ish. They say 30-ish. I don't know if 39 qualifies or not, but 30-ish. Okay, and that's Jeremy Barwell. And Jeremy, young guy, 27 years old, approached me and says, "Pastor Ced, I've got an idea." I said, "Really? That's great." And he thought I was going to start that. Maybe he didn't. I don't know. But I said, "Well, it'd be great for you to start. Let's get that thing going. Give me a proposal." And so he's gotten started and he's going. And the young people are getting together. I say young people because these are sharp folks. I have a chance. I'm a member of their group. I'm a member of every group, by the way. And I just kind of go in and observe what they're doing and kind of as oversight. You inspect what you expect. Okay, that's a clue for you right there. You inspect what you expect. I expect excellence. I have to inspect to see if there is excellence. And it's dropping you something right there. But when Jeremy is doing his posting, I drop by and see his videos. I see the things that he's writing there, and the other folks that are writing as well. It's really always good to see that. And really sharp young people. They've got some good answers, and we're just trusting God to get the wisdom to go along with that, so they can continue to move forward in their life in a powerful, positive way. And so I think that happens on Thursday sometime. But if I'm mistaken on that, Jeremy will correct me. You'll sit on the wall for the young 18 to 30-ish group. 18 to 30-ish. I don't qualify for the 18 to 30-ish, but because I am the Santa Chief, I get the chance to hang out with the folks. Okay, it's kind of cool. They call me Santa Chief. I don't know why. I don't know. And I'm going to shave and get all this gray out of here so I can look like I'm 45 again. Okay, how about that? You like that? Okay. And then I talked about Thursday already with Touch the Hem. But then we have the Friday, the Friday Funnies. We tell, there's all kinds of jokes going on. A lot of times Mary Smith's involved with this thing. I'm not sure if she's the one started it. I don't know who started it, but it's kind of happening every week. And we had one day we were showing our socks, and then we had socks and shoes and high heels. I don't wear high heels, but these women had high heels on. I'm like, good Lord. And they had high heels everywhere, and stockings and shoes and toenail paint and the whole deal. Good Lord. And men had socks on. I had my little colorful socks on, trying to bring me into the new sock game, and I have no clue what the sock game is. So I'm looking at David Burris, looking at some of these younger guys, and they got these crazy colored socks. And so guess who's got crazy colored socks now? I do. I really do. Thank you, Mary Smith, for the crazy colored socks. Mary's like my big sister, by the way. So if you guys didn't know that, she's like my big sister. She's been a part of our church for 21 years with me. I've been pastor for 21, but she's been there longer than I was there. So the church has only had 4 pastors over the years, and I'm the longest one that's been there. They don't kick me out. I guess they can't take me out, whatever. But we've got on Saturday now. Saturday gets exciting because we got a word party that happens. That's the word party that Joy does. Joy Wilson does that, and does, I was going to say her middle name, but I better not do that. She might get mad. But Joy Wilson does a word party on Saturday. And that came out, that was one of the first ideas that came out in Santa. She just started it one day and said, I want to do a word party and have fun with this thing. And let's get the word of God, spread the word out throughout the entire internet from one group of people. We got together, and several of us got together and began to post the word of God. I mean, scriptures right there. And we begin to just flood the marketplace in an hour's time with the word of God. And people all over the internet can see it because we're an open group. So they have a chance to see all this stuff, right? And so it's a dynamite thing that really began to happen at that point. So that was our word party. Then we have Joy is also in charge of our blog. Now, our blog is very unique because we're not just having a blog just to have one person write. We've got a blog that multiple people write. I'm going to begin to check on more of you because we want to see. I want to see more. I like to see more people writing in our blog because you can get a chance to express your gift in writing. Many of you do write because I see what you're writing now on the just in short versions of what you're writing here on the wall in the Santa community. So with that being understood, you probably can actually write a blog yourself, maybe 500 words. I'm not sure what she's requesting of you guys, but it'd be something like 500 to 700 words, I'm sure, somewhere around there. And you get a nice blog in like that. You get your information out there. People have a chance to read what's on your heart, what God has put on your heart. And so we've got plenty of room for people to blog. If you want to do a blog, contact Joy Wilson. She'll be able to help you do that. And so she's got 2 responsibilities right now. That's the word party and the blog. And so she's doing that and making amazing things happen there. And that happens pretty much every day. And then we've got, again, all the groups that you talk about. Now, innovative leadership, talking about that more often. So you see now, first of all, the platform itself, the platform that we have called the Santa community. This community is made up of Christian people that happen to have met. We don't know how all of them met. We don't know everybody together, but we've got a lot of Christian folks that come. And some people think we're initially a group that's for singles to hook up. Well, we are not that, okay? We're really about, empowering and supporting singles through innovative leadership for the purpose of transforming their communities. That's what we're really all about. Now, the innovative part about it is that we got these ministries. If you look at another platform somewhere, another group of organization, you'll probably see, unless they're a church, unless they're an organization, like a certain kind of ministry, they may have a few different streams of ministry they go on. But we happen to have people that are being released, identified and being released into ministry right online. And then we actually meet offline on occasion. Kim Ussery wanted to go skating one day. I don't know if that's the case or not, but she drove from Northern California down to Southern California, met with some folks. About 10 of them got together and went skating. No, bowling. They went bowling. They went bowling, and they were taking photographs, put them online, everything in the Santa community. And do you know how much a witness that was to the people that they were there at the bowling alley with? They're praying. It was Chris Cooper praying over the bowling ball. I don't know how spiritual that really is, but he was praying over the bowling ball. Okay, but they were praying all together and stuff as well, and just believing God. And I trust that God will do some other things like that. They came down the next week again. Her and Darla Anderson came down the next week, and they began to talk about. Initially we're going to go. This was going to be bowling this time. Was that going to be no? That was bowling first time. It was going to be skating. Of course, you don't want to see me skating. I used to skate really well. I was a really great skater, but you know what? Wisdom tells me different today, that I probably should not skate like I used to skate. I used to skate backwards and do all these moves, bounce around and everything, But wisdom tells me something different, not to do that kind of thing anymore. So I've chosen not to skate anymore. But we didn't end up going skating anyway. We went out to dinner, and I was able to drop some Santa clues on the young ladies that were there. I was the only guy there, like my daughters, and I'm sitting there talking to these young ladies about men to some degree, as well as just Santa Claus that we were just dropping on them at that point. But our aim is at some point really is to take our innovation, meeting people online, and eventually getting offline. You don't hear us talk about small groups as much as we used to, but some of our small groups that are happening to be forming organically. We've got folks in Atlanta, we've got folks in Maryland, we've got folks in various parts of the country, Southern California here for certain, or Northern California as well, that are meeting right now. They're just meeting because they want to get together, just want to hang out together, want to meet each other, just meet and greets, that kind of thing. I can envision part of our innovative leadership changing, where we'll see seminars and various workshops being established for the different ministries that we have. Perhaps one for the women that we'll do one. We'll probably do a prayer one for a prayer rally or something of that nature, or a prayer seminar. We'll do some of those kinds of things. Maybe one for love and relationships. We'll probably have seminars for those kinds of things as well. Different parts of the country at different times. Maybe the same day, because it's at different parts of the country, people can participate. I can see us doing live streaming when we have a better internet access. I'm in my house right now, okay? But a better internet access, do live streaming of multiple events at the same time. I can see us doing things that will be very beneficial. We've got the one radio program, perhaps we'll have other radio programs for the different ministries. If there's a great enough need that ministry targets, so we'll be able to reach out to other people. I see us having an outreach ministry where we reach out to people that happen to be single, that are looking for a group of people that are sold out for Jesus, that are looking to not just hook up, but they want to be up with the King. They want to be able to do ministry in a way that they've never done it before. But they want to hang out with folks that are like-minded, that are understandable. They want to do things for the King's way, and not the way they've been able to do the things they did in the past. So it's a lot of innovation coming that you've not even heard about or seen. We've even got some financial things that will be popping up as well. I haven't talked about this a lot, but one of my primary aims in life is to be a philanthropist, and that a philanthropist is the one that gives away a lot of money. Well, I practice that. I shouldn't say that out loud to people, but I practice that by giving to people that have need, and beyond my church, but the people that have need, and I find ways to assist them. I've done that with single moms and people that have had need in different areas of their life. And my aim is to really find a way to identify single people, primarily single moms, and give them the education that they need to make more money, to do better in life financially, to manage their money more effectively. And I say single moms because it's got to be complicated. I'm not just, please don't get me wrong on this, but it's got to be complicated being a single mom, raising children sometimes, and trying to maintain a job at the same time, and paying for child care, and the list goes on, and making dinners and lunches, and the whole, the juggling that you have to do is, I would imagine, be complicated. If you had a maid, or if you had somebody to assist you, wouldn't that be great? Well, those are the kind of things I want to help move to as a philanthropist, and get people in position of life, or get women in position of life, where they'll be able to not just be independent and take care of themselves and never need a man. That's not the issue, but to live a wholesome, productive life, so that their children can see that mom's doing pretty darn good here, and we're proud of her, and she's helping us in a whole lot different kind of way than we thought. And it's not that she's not helping now, because she is. She's doing everything she can to make it happen. I'm a product of a single parent home for a while. My mother was single for a long time, from the time I was 5 years old to the time I was 11. She was still single, and even at that time, I didn't realize that she was sewing at night not because she liked sewing, because she had to make money, and I didn't realize that until I was older. But when I got older, I realized that, my goodness, you were sewing every night for different people just so you can make extra money. No, it wasn't no extra money. It was just making money to pay the bills. It wasn't extra money. It was money to pay the bills. And see, and so I said, my heart goes out to single moms like that. That's just me. And some of you probably already know that already. But that's again the philanthropy side of me. And my goal is to be the most recognized philanthropist in the world that's helping single moms. And so that's you can kind of help me do that. Okay, we'll come up with some ideas and some thoughts about how to go about doing that, because I'll have a team of people. Of course, I never work by myself. I always have a team of people that assist me in doing the things that I do. We have some ministry and business opportunities available to people that are going to be coming on board on the Santa community, because I think this. I say this to my church sometimes as well, that some of the first time we have a chance to give Maybe the money should come from the church that we give. The kids should learn how to tithe from the money that the church provides them. Ooh, really? Maybe the parents should provide it. Well, what if the church started giving that? We do that kind of stuff on occasion. We give to the church. We took some single moms and say, here's money, here's a seed that we want to plant in your hand. Let God multiply that seed. Wow, that was different, wasn't it? I said, if you only can give 10%, give 10%. If you want to give 100% of that away, give it away. Some people didn't give 100% away. Some people invested in ministry. Some people invested in businesses. Some people gave it to other people that were standing right next to them. That's innovative. See, I've always been pretty darn innovative here. And so we're bringing some of these concepts over to the Santa community. And the Lord is just really, I'm excited. He's doing some wonderful things. But I'm excited about what he's doing in my life and in the lives of other people. And it just thrills me to no end when I see others that are innovative taking the ideas that I've been able to share with them and begin to multiply. You know, when I see Demetrius begin to teach his leaders and release his leaders, that excites me. You know, when I see Christine doing radio programs, that excites me. I see Joy having people writing blogs, and the people that are writing blogs are encouraging other people to join to become a blogger. That excites me. I see Dave's a married guy. He's the only married guy I've seen, by the way. Dave Burris, when I see him, you know, going out and ministering, he's ministering now. He's everywhere now. You guys see him, right? But Dave's a prolific writer. He's a prolific speaker, and he does some tremendous things to be a blessing to people. So we're excited about the people that are engaged with our community, because I see leaders that are going to be doing greater things than we're doing. I see a group of people that are going to be doing things bigger than Santa. But you know what? The benefit is that we've had a chance to sow into their life. We've had a chance to bless them. And if we can think in those terms, we can see ourselves doing some big things for the kingdom. And that's exciting to see things being big for the kingdom. And if a single man or woman has to be single the rest of their life, it ought to be enjoyable. It ought to be enjoyable. So that's why I start every day with the prayer, the understanding in my prayer that yesterday is gone. Tomorrow's not promised. All I have is today. All I have is today. So I take every day and I live it to the fullest. Now, some days I don't do it as good as other days. But there's something. Today is one of those days I'm living it to the fullest. I'm giving everything I got today. When I finish today, you know, I'm gonna be like, okay, thank you, Jesus, hallelujah. You know, I'll be done. I'll be done for the day. That's how I live my life. I live my life full out. I tell my congregation sometimes, I said, you know, I'm 55, but I think I feel like I'm 35. You know, they go, yeah, all right, okay, got it. I said, I'm 35 years old. I said, well, yeah, okay, Pastor. I said, we got you, Pastor. Yeah, gotcha. But I'm really an older guy. But I'm at a season in my life where I have a chance to give back to those that have not received just yet, but have a chance to give to those who have never been mentored before. Having a chance to really just spend time and invest in the lives of people, not knowing, hear this part, not knowing what I know. I don't always know what I know. And I find out that, my goodness, I've been living long enough. So the things that I have learned, I kind of take for granted sometimes, but I had to realize that I can't take them for granted. I'd advise you to do the same thing, not to take what you know for granted, because it's never too early to start mentoring. Never too early, because if you're 35 or 30 years old, look at Jeremy. Jeremy's 27. Jeremy's mentoring people that are his age, younger and older. Okay, those 30-ish people. Okay, he's mentoring them too. So he's actually sowing his life right now. So when he's, let's say, 37 or 47, God, Lord, he'll be in a place where God is just awesomely using him. I'm looking forward to seeing that happen. Looking forward to seeing that happen and watching the lives of people that are part of our community just change. We've got testimony after testimony of people's lives that have been changed. Some of you remember when we first started doing videos of some of the testimonies that were happening, that were going on people's lives, that they were part of the Santa community for the first time, and they said, wow, this thing is amazing. I'm so happy to be a part of the community. And some are still active, some are not, but the thing is that they shared that testimony because at that moment in their life, they had received a breath of fresh air. Something happened to them that caused them to take the time to watch a video and change their life around. That is amazing. That's absolutely amazing how God will do that very thing. Well, listen, guys, I'm not going to hold you up all night long, but what I want to do is just come on and just give you this first installment of the Innovative Leadership. You'll be seeing me again talking by myself sometimes, but also on occasion with leaders that are in our community and others that are coming up. Because we've got some other folks that don't have what's called a leadership role in the Santa community next to me, and they don't report directly to me, but I still talk with them as well. I talk to a lot of the folks that are in our community. I'll inbox you sometimes. You're like, oh, Pastor Ced's inbox me. I'll call you on the phone sometime. You give me a call. Yeah, I'll do that. If you're active, I'll try to reach out and find a way to connect with you. And again, if we don't have a chance to connect, just know that I'm praying for you and believing God for your life to be the best it can be. So listen, guys, I'll see you around, and spread the word about what's happening with the Innovative Leadership training that's going to be happening here on Wednesdays, 6 p.m. 6 p.m. Pacific time. And what time is that Central? That's 8 p.m. Central. I'm getting better at this stuff. And 9 p.m. Eastern time. And so we'll be right here on Google Hangout. Now, if you happen not to, register or something, you can go directly to leadership, the word leadership .greatmobilebiz, biz.mobi. Mobi is M-O-B-I, by the way. Mobi, like in mobile, but Mobi. That's a mobile optimized website. I do a lot of mobile stuff in my business. I probably have too much stuff going on. Okay? I really am an entrepreneur. I got all kind of wild, crazy ideas and do a lot of crazy stuff. But guys, I'll see you around. Have a fantastic day, and this will be ready for a replay right away, so you can come back and look at it, listen to it again, or watch it again. And hopefully, I'm going to look at it myself to find out what the bugs were, because Christina, get ready. Okay, we'll look at it again and find out what the bugs are, or you can send me some information right now and tell me it didn't. It was Christina. By the way, send me a report of what you saw in the from the technical side of this broadcast. All right, thank you very much. Bless you guys. Have a great one. We'll see you. I'm going to stop the broadcast now. We'll be heading out.